Guess what, Jaimee and Jaimie? I have discovered a source of energy which will run for 90 years. The fuel source is really cheap, expensive to build at the start, but it will have no carbon emissions at all for the life of that project. You'd say, bring it on. Well, we discovered it decades ago.
I spent a lot of time looking into nuclear because I wanted to have as much information as possible to see whether or not this was a viable option. And it just blows my mind that we can't even just lift the moratorium so that we can actually have it part of the discussion and what nuclear is, what it can do, what it doesn't do. Go do a press conference out the front of Lucas Heights just to remind people that, hey, we've had this here since the 50s. This is a reliable form of energy.
We've got 1/3 of the world's uranium. And by the way, the ALP, the Labor government, has signed up to having nuclear submarines. So if there's any fear of nuclear power, why would you take the best and brightest in your country, put them in a little cylinder and sink them under the ocean for months at a time? In fact, they will be parked out here in Sydney Harbour. So if you're frightened of nuclear power, then you should be frightened of nuclear submarines, but there's no reason to be.
One of the big questions was waste. And I know Australia is quite lucky in terms of being able to do those real deep geological digs to be able to put the waste there, but it's just reassuring people that it can be safely deposited, recycled, or France were also offering to take some of our waste as well.
So you can recycle nuclear fuel, and it has run successfully around the world for decades.
I don't think people understand what the waste is, what it looks like. Can you put it in a box? Is it liquid? How do you bury it? Is it the size of a lake? Like people just have no idea.
Those big cylinders that they get stored in, watching the trains trying to hit it so that it actually can't be exploded and can't be tampered with.
By the way, if you're frightened of nuclear power, don't use nuclear medicine. That's what Lucas Heights does, by the way. It feeds into our nuclear medicine program. Every hospital in Australia that uses nuclear medicine has that stored on site. What states want us to do is find a low-level nuclear waste dump. That stuff is all around us in the city.
If anyone was to be afraid of nuclear energy, you would think that Europeans would stop using nuclear. Ukraine have built and are still building more nuclear right now.
If you don't go to France, all these people who complain about it, the 70% of France's power comes from nuclear energy.